Now I'd like to talk for a moment about the upcoming election and the work our nonpartisan administrators are doing to make sure the voting process moves safely and securely. We all know this will be an unprecedented election. The combination of a presidential election year and a pandemic is something none of us have ever experienced. I want to make sure that you understand all of your options that you have for casting your ballot this fall. We expect a high number of absentee voters this year. That is the term for voting by mail or in person to Election Day. Prior to Election Day. So far, the Department of Elections has received 790,000 requests for absentee ballots by mail. They'll start sending out these ballots this Friday, the 18th of September. For comparison, 4 years ago, 566,000 total votes were cast absentee and only half by mail. So now, 7 weeks before Election Day, we have already surpassed absentee demands from 4 years ago. We know that that demand will continue to go up. This year, anyone can vote absentee. You don't have to provide a reason as you did in the past. It's important that for you to have all the information you need on all the ways that we can all vote. So let's kind of walk through that, if you will. Most importantly, you can vote absentee safely and securely. As I said this Friday, September the 18th, local registrars will start sending absentee ballots to Virginians who request one. Requesting an absentee ballot is easy. You call or visit the website of your general registrar for your county or city and ask them to send a ballot to your residence. You can also quickly request a ballot on the Department of Elections website. That's vote.elections.virginia.gov. One more time, vote.elections.virginia.gov. Once you receive your absentee ballot, complete it, sign it, and mail it back. Or you can hand deliver it to your registrar's office. This year, for the first time, thanks to legislation just passed by the General Assembly, you can use a drop-off location. Secure drop-off locations will be located at registrar's offices, all satellite voting locations, and at polling places on Election Day. It's just that easy. Drop-off locations will be listed on your local voter registrar's website. You can also call your registrar for a list. We have allocated money to ensure that all absentee ballots have prepaid postage, so you don't have to worry about a stamp. That's been taken care of for you. Now let's talk about the security. We have taken extra steps to ensure the security of our absentee ballots. Every absentee ballot envelope is required to have an intelligent mail barcode and an election mail insignia. This is a critical security tool. The insignia tells the Postal Service that this piece of mail is a ballot and should be prioritized. The barcode will let you as a voter track your ballot once it leaves the registrar's office. That way you know when it gets mailed to you, and you'll know when it gets delivered back to your registrar. If you prefer to vote in person, there are two options. The first is the early option. Starting this Friday, you can vote early in person at your local registrar's office. This lasts until October the 31st, one of the longest early voting periods of any state. The other is the traditional option. You can vote on Election Day. Polls will be open from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. We're using CARES Act funding to make sure all of our election officers have PPE, and the Medical Reserve Corps will be volunteering at polling places to ensure social distancing and sanitization measures are followed. Here's what to expect about the results. It's important to know that Virginia law allows election officials to pre-process absentee ballots as they come in. which means we don't have to wait until election night to begin that process. It's not the same in other states. That said, everyone should be prepared to wait a few days to know the results of the presidential election as states count unprecedented numbers of mail-in votes. It's important to ensure that all votes are counted and for the process to work. It's better to get an accurate count than a fast one. I want Virginians to know your vote is safe and it will count. We consider election security to be a top priority, and in recent years we have taken measures to strengthen election integrity and promote voter confidence. And I want to remind everyone that the people serving as election officers and working in local voter registration offices are our friends and neighbors. We all share the priority of ensuring free and fair elections.